Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live Weather Authority coverage starts right now.
Well, good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fairly decent Tuesday morning. Of course, the weather not so nice, but hopefully nothing is impacting your day so far. Of course, today, tracking a pretty big flash flood threat across the state as we're seeing lots and lots of heavy rain out there right now through this morning. That's going to continue for much of the day. This is the view that most of us are seeing right now. Here's a look from a rooftop here in Portland. Yeah, it's looking pretty wet out there. Plenty of raindrops on our sky cam, and you can see all of the gray skies that we've got out there. Plenty of heavy rain ongoing. Sure, many of you are seeing heavy downpours right now, and if you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, we're talking about that flash flood threat today, so if you have any reports of flooding, you noticed even just a spot on your drive into work or on your drive this morning that was there was just a lot of standing water. Would love to hear from you guys. Let me know if you have seen any flooding or just have seen a lot of heavy rain or have started to notice any effects from the hours of heavy rain. Keep me posted. Would love to hear in the comments below. But let's get into our forecast here because, yeah, it's a messy one for today. Lots of heavy rain out there. Got, of course, the flash flood warning that we have in place now from Augusta through Lewiston out towards the greater Portland area and further south into York County. So a lot of the 95 corridor through Maine from York County all the way up to Augusta now under that flash flood warning. Very heavy rain continues to fall in many areas. I've seen reports of 2.5, 3, even upwards of 4 inches in some spots out there this morning. So yeah, we're going to continue to see that for quite some time here today. Really just getting going with the major flood threat here as the ground has now become so saturated. Any additional rain is just going to exacerbate that impact even more. So Lynn is saying a lot of heavy rain in Oxford. Yeah, Lynn, no surprise there. Definitely it looks like it is downpouring in Oxford. Going to continue here for a little while. And if anyone else has any reports, would love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you're seeing outside right now. If you're seeing any flooding or if you're just seeing a lot of heavy rain or no rain, let me know what you're seeing out there this morning. So again, we have that flash flood warning that is in place. Goes until 2 o'clock for most of Androscoggin, really all of Androscoggin County, large chunk of Cumberland, including Portland, Kennebec County, York County, as well as a portion of Sagadahoc County. So good chunk of the major population centers of Maine in this flash flood warning. So urban flooding, urban ponding certainly could be an issue in places like Auburn, Lewiston, Augusta, greater Portland as well. So just be very cautious if you do have to be driving out there this morning as that flooding rain continues to fall. So Valerie is saying pouring in North Anson. Thank you so much for the report, Valerie. Yeah, going to continue to see that here over the next several hours. So as I mentioned, we've got that very heavy rain, we've got that flash flood warning in place. Here's a look at some of the just estimated totals. These are not exact scientific measurements or anything like that, but this is what the radar is estimating has fallen so far today. And it's very impressive, upwards of 3, 4 inches, even approaching 5-inch estimates in some spots. That could certainly lead to flooding out there in some areas. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on these rain totals. Norm says very heavy rain in Lewiston. Yeah, not surprised there. Norm, it's been coming down there in the Lewiston area this morning, and it will continue to do so here as we head through the next several hours. We also have a flood warning up in the mountains for the Swift River at Roxbury. That goes from this afternoon until tomorrow morning, likely to reach flood stage later on today. So good morning, Diane. And we have had a lot of heavy rain here in Rumford. Yeah, no surprise there. Plenty of rain coming down out there this morning. Good news is so far, I haven't heard of any major flood reports, but the day is young yet. We still have several hours of this heavy rainfall to go. So yeah, hang in there, everybody. Hopefully we can get through this event with as minimal flooding issues as possible. But the odds are pretty good that we will see at least some flash flooding across the state. So also a stronger storm threat, not a major one, but there is a threat of a stronger storm or two, mainly from York County down to the south, so New Hampshire into Massachusetts, a better threat of seeing a stronger storm. But in York County, could also see that. If you've noticed today, it's pretty breezy out there. So any of these heavy downpours could have some pretty gusty winds, especially down in York County. So yeah, Becky mentions that it's on and off showers, breezy in Brunswick. Yeah, that's what a lot of us are seeing right now. Drizzle in Lincoln, thanks Anne Marie. And Sylvester says in Skowhegan, heavy downpours for nearly 2 hours steady. And yeah, that's why we've got that flood threat. Not a whole lot of break time in between the rain. We're just going to see a long duration here of that heavy rain, and that's why the flood threat is so high. So yeah, thanks for everybody's reports. Keep them coming, you guys, and let me know again if you have seen any flooding out there. We would love to hear from you. So again, could be a stronger storm, maybe with some gusty winds from York County down to the south for most of us. So today is all about the flooding. The flood threat remains the major issue that we are dealing with today. So for today, yeah, we're going to see those storms continuing. Temperatures right around 70 degrees, plenty of heavy rain. Let's time it out for us here. We're going to see, of course, the fire hose of rain continuing over the next several hours. Very wet through lunchtime, through the early afternoon, continuing to see that heavy rain coming down. But by the time we get to the later part of the afternoon, late afternoon into the evening, we are going to begin to see some improvements here. So we will begin to see things tapering off by this evening. Here we are at 7:30. Notice not nearly as widespread with the rainfall. A lot of us not seeing any at all. And we will continue to see things drying out. So Marty says it's pouring in Leamington. Yeah, Marty, going to continue to do that for a while, it looks like. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Thank you, Brandon. Hopefully you're having a good Tuesday as well. Good morning to you also. So yeah, by this evening, beginning to see improvements. Really going to see those, though, tonight when we gradually clear our skies out. And by Wednesday morning, much better out there. It looks like a much nicer day tomorrow. Stunning weather. In fact, it looks beautiful. Highs near 80 degrees. Plenty of sunshine. Breezy tomorrow as well, but it should be a really nice day. So much nicer for tomorrow and through the rest of the week. If you want to get rid of this rain, don't worry. Once we do get some really great weather, it looks like. So let's take a look as we head into Thursday. Also going to be a pretty nice day. Plenty of sunshine, warm temperatures near 80 again, or in the low 80s on Thursday afternoon. There is the potential for some more showers on Thursday night. Looks like that holds off, though, until after sunset, though, for most of us on Thursday evening. So again, and not a big deal compared to what we're seeing out there today. So from Freiburg through the Lakes region, Bridgeton, Casco, Sebago, Naples, through Lewiston, Auburn, Jay, Augusta, that's where we've got that highest risk of flooding today. Notice our modeled rainfall here, that stripe of very heavy rain. That's likely where we have the highest risk of flooding. But if you don't live in that stripe area, I wouldn't let your guard down, because just because it's not showing up in the models does not mean that we will not see some heavy rain and flooding. All of us have a risk of flooding. It's just highest in these areas. So just be very weather aware today and keep an eye on that forecast. And of course, if there is any flooded roadways on your drive, remember to never drive through that. So yeah, plenty of rain to go here, even though we've already seen a good amount across much of the state. So yeah, quite the soaker for today. The good news is, again, tomorrow looking beautiful, much nicer, right around 80. Great beach weather for tomorrow. Also great lake weather as well. Going to be a bit breezy, but should still be a really, really nice day. So by this weekend, if you are looking ahead to the weekend, I'm sure many of us already are, especially after this very rainy, dreary start to the work week. Friday looking great, sunny skies right around 80. Saturday also very similar, plenty of sunshine right around 80. However, there will be some showers and storms developing Saturday night, continuing into Sunday. It does look like Sunday will be on the wetter side, but not nearly as wet as it is today. At least that's how it's looking right now. So some great news here for the rest of our week's weather beyond today. So our 7-day forecast shows a lot more sunshine beyond today. Sunny skies Wednesday through Saturday. Maybe some wet weather Thursday night, but it's during the nighttime. So Thursday and Friday not really impacted. More showers and storms will develop Saturday night. That will continue into Sunday as well. Not a washout, but it does look like there will be some more wet weather chances. Now, if you're away from the coast, you are going to see also the same thing here, a much nicer trend Wednesday through Saturday. Widespread showers and storms today. And then we're going to see our next chance of rain Thursday night into Friday, with, again, another chance of some showers and storms by the time we get into Sunday. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to talk about what we're seeing on our radar right now once again. And I'm going to talk about our flood risk through the rest of the day as well. So yeah, again, seeing lots of heavy rain out there. I'm getting all your reports that you're seeing all of that heavy rain out there this morning. That's something we will continue to see throughout the day today. So again, low end threat of a stronger storm from York County to the south. Got that flood warning at the Swift River. up in the Roxbury area. And of course, we are still tracking plenty of heavy rain out there right now. Very humid as well. Our dew points are near 70 degrees. So very stormy out there for today. And of course, we are continuing to track that heavy rain. So from the Lewiston area up towards Augusta, very heavy rain falling right now. If you can see my mouse cursor highlighting some of these yellow areas here where we're seeing that heavy rain. Moderate rain in Portland for right now, with heavier rain further inland. That's what we've seen really for much of this morning. And we're going to continue to see that. Again, we've got that flash flood warning in place from the Augusta area all the way down into York County. Goes until 2 p.m. for much of Androscoggin, Cumberland, Kennebec, Saginaw, and York County. So again, if you live in that flood zone, you're driving in that flood zone, just be on the lookout for any areas of the road that are covered by water. And remember to never drive through it if you can help it. So yeah, definitely going to be a very wet one today. Continuing to see that flood risk. Whole lot more rain to go here through at least the mid-afternoon. I'd say 4, 5 o'clock or so is when we're likely to start seeing some improvements here. So yeah, definitely a day to stay weather aware. So again, if you're just joining us here, of course, would love to hear if you have seen any flooding or any very heavy rain reports. If your yard has a huge puddle in it, let me know. We'll would love to hear from you guys and see what you're seeing out there this morning. Again, in terms of estimated rainfall, we've seen upwards of 3-4 inches of rain, it looks like in some spots, and it is continuing to fall out there. So pretty easy to see why we do have that flash flood warning. Again, highest totals are likely to be from the Freiburg area through the Lisbon Falls area over towards Lewiston and Augusta. Also, again, have that flood warning for the Swift River at Roxbury. All of this water eventually reaching the river. So do expect those to rise here over the next several days. If your plans for some reason take you onto the rivers here over the next couple of days, just be aware they're going to be running very high after all of this rain. So again, also couldn't rule out that risk of a stronger storm from York County down to the south. So I'm going to go back to our radar here, and I'm going to wrap things up for us as we continue to see that heavy rain moving on in. Of course, plenty of rain has already fallen, and we're still tracking plenty of heavy rain out there right now. So from central York County, Sanford area, all the way up through inland Cumberland County, so the Gorham out towards Windham areas, up towards Lewiston, Jay, Augusta, all seeing some very heavy rain right now. So will there be any severe thunderstorm threat in the Lewiston, Auburn area for today? Good news, Brandon, not a severe weather threat, just seeing that flood threat there. Really the flood threat is the main threat that we are looking at for today up in the Lewiston, Auburn area. Diane says Swift River usually floods faster around here in Rumford. Yeah, that's true. It's just because of the layout of the Swift River. It's in a pretty narrow valley. So all that water gets funneled down into the river and it can rise pretty quickly. So yeah, not going to be surprised to see more flood warnings for the Swift River as we head through the day today. So stay safe out there, everybody. We're still tracking plenty of heavy rain. If you've got any flood reports, we'd love to hear them or hear about them or see them. So if you can get a video or a picture safely, we'd love to see it. Send it in to us at wgme.com or send it to our social medias. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter or Facebook, or you can send it to our WGME social media page as well. So again, stay safe out there, everybody. Remember to not drive through a flooded roadway. And we just have to get through today. Tomorrow looking much better. So hopefully you can enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, likely indoors and outside of this pouring rain. So stay safe, everybody. We'll keep you posted on this flood threat that's ongoing across the state.